again, you may notice some similarities with the questions that Marcus asked this morning. Hers was kind of a one-word question. Why, every time they said what they wanted. So, if you can think about it in terms of shortness, you're probably going to be getting there pretty darn quick. And notice that the last question is, who can help? Now, why do you suppose that question is on there?
Sometimes they're working in a vacuum and there's good for ourselves.
Yep. Almost all of the people I coach have a similar desire or similar mindset that they're supposed to do it by themselves. And really that's not the way we're wired. We're wired to be social. We're wired to collaborate with one another. And sometimes when we get really stressed out and we can't see the forest for the trees, we're kind of in that mindset where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in this all alone and I've got to figure it out. So that last question, who could you think of that might be able to help you with this? Either who has gone there before you that might have some experience you could tap into, or who's right in front of you, who basically would probably do it if you would just ask. So that whole delegation piece is kind of a big hurdle to get over for some people. Let's take a look. Stay curious and avoid judgment. So whether you are internal or external, if you can stay curious, my whole proposition is that curiosity lives on the right half of the brain, where the creative juices get growing, and the judgment lives on the left half of the brain, where we evaluate things, we see black and white, we see right and wrong. If you can stay in that right half, where you're just curious, you're just exploring, you're just curious, you're going to get a lot farther. Because if someone asks you a loaded question, and you already feel the judgment, like they've got the answer and you're supposed to find it, how does that feel to you? Does it just make you want to dig in, roll up your sleeves, and try to figure it out? It sort of like shuts you down in a moment, and people can perceive this. And the last piece, use your intuition and encourage. So I'm guessing that if you had come up with these coaching skills list, I'm not sure that they would have been exactly the same ones for you. But I tried to think of, for me, what's the bottom line? And the bottom line is, I've got to have my questions ready. I've got to be able to connect with people and really listen. And I've got to lean on a place of knowing that doesn't get much credit in our society, and that is my intuition. So my insights and my intuition and my encouragement are something that I know my clients really grow to rely on from me. They want to know what I think. They want to know how I feel. They want to know what's coming up for me. And I've never coached a client who complained about being overappreciated. Okay? So if you can create a situation with someone you're coaching where you are there to encourage them, empower them, and acknowledge the strengths that they have, you are going to have a lifelong companion, in my opinion, because that piece alone is so valuable to people. So,